What's poppin', peeps? It's your boy for CancerMoonsTarot, and I'm coming at you guys with a weekend reading. The first one I see is the first one I read. Let's get it poppin', baby, and see what's going on for all 12 of my motherfucking zodiac signs in love. Hopefully you guys are doing fantastic. If so, let me know down in the comments down below. Links in the description box down below for my Instagram, my Twitter, or my TikTok if you guys want to drop a follow. I would gratefully appreciate that. Shout out to my notification gang. I love to see my notification gang pull on through. As always, everybody, the first one I see is the first one I read, and the first one I saw was Sagittarius, so we're gonna get it poppin'. Shout out to Team Saggy, shout out to Kayani for tuning on in here first. Much love and appreciation to you. As always, everybody, I do want to note, if you're interested in personal readings, you can check out my website, CancerMoonsTarot.com. It's linked down in the description below if you would like to book me there. Anyhow, guys, I'm gonna say what's up here to some peeps, and then we're gonna go ahead and get started with today's weekend reading. Real quick, what's going on, Kayani? What's going on, Joey? What's going on, Itty, Arizona? God's anointed daughter, Jennifer? What's poppin', Chelsea? What's going on, Unapologetic Converse? How are you? You said, sheesh, where them Geminis? Wake up, peace and love right back at you. What's up, Chelsea, Alyssa, Diona, Valerie? How's everybody doing here today, man? Happy Friday to all of you. Excuse me, I hope you're looking towards here a fantastic weekend. And without a further ado, let's go ahead here, guys, and get it started. We're going to start out here with Team Sagittarius, jumping on into the next 72 hours. Let's see what we got going on, okay? What insight and information is popping on through here for Saggy? Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus coming on in to the next 72 hours. Kim, welcome in to being a member. Thank you so much for joining us. Really appreciate you. What's going to be showing up here, please, for our zodiac sign is Saggy. Moving on into the next 72 hours. What is going on here for you? Hey, very happy Mondays. How are you? I hope you're doing great. Thanks so much for stopping by. Team Sagittarius, we're going to get here this last and final shuffle, and we'll see what we got going on here, baby. Let's go ahead and check it out. Starting out here with your overall energy, guys, you got here the High Priestess in the upright position. So you could be connecting here potentially with a Piscean for a few of you. Taking a look here at the current energy, we got here the Nine of Wands. What you're dealing with here, Saggy, you got here the Justice card, and having a look here at the outcome for you is going to go ahead and be the Ten of Swords in the reverse position. So let's have a look at you. Let's have a look here at your Sagittarius and see what we got going on. Now, first things first, I do want to note you could be connecting here with a Pisces. You might also be connecting here with a Libra, because we have here the Justice card coming into play here for you as well. Now, jumping into your weekend, High Priestess here, Nine of Wands showing up here too. It does kind of feel to me like you're in a space where you're recognizing, I have been pretty distant lately. I have been holding back lately. I feel like I'm realizing I've just been pretty low-key lately in how I feel. And I think that that's not necessarily by mistake. I think there's definitely a reason along to it, and this weekend you're starting to figure that out. You're starting to realize, wow, I've been shut down, but there's a reason as to why I've been shut down. Looking at what you're dealing with here being the Justice card, it kind of feels like you've been the person who's been doing everything within your power to be the glue, to be the balance in everybody else's lives, but when it comes towards you breaking down, it always seems like everybody looks up to you and you don't get that time to break down for yourself. And let me tell you, Sagittarius, I know this feeling all too well, where I have so many people relying on me, where I'm the rock for everybody in my life, but when it comes to me needing to have a moment, it feels like I can never have that moment, because ultimately everybody relies on me, everybody needs me, everybody sees me as the peacemaker, or everybody sees me as the problem solver, and when I feel like I just need some time to blow off my own steam, nobody sees that, hey, maybe I'm hurting too, right? And I kind of feel like that's your vibe here this weekend. I'm just so tired of everybody not seeing what's going on with me, and it gets to the point where I feel like I don't even want to tell people what's going on, you know? I don't even want to show people what's happening in my life, because it just seems like everybody's so caught up in their own bullshit, and when it comes to me, nobody sees what's going on or checks in or asks how I'm doing, and there's definitely a frustration showing up there for you, right? Looking at the outcome here, Ten of Swords reversed, this is representative here of like, I don't know, man. It just seems like I can never get to a point where I can open up and where other people can be there for me when I feel like I'm being there for everybody. So you're kind of in this energy where you feel a bit stuck in limbo. You know, it's not that you don't want to be supportive, and it's not that you don't want to be there for the people you love and care about, but sometimes you just wish other people would maybe take some time away from what they got going on and pay a little bit more attention to you. And by the way, you're not asking for the wrong thing. I think you're asking for something respectful. I think that it goes both ways, you know? As as you check in on people, people should check in on you too. And I feel like you've just been really frustrated here, guys. You know, jumping into the weekend, it's like, ultimately, I'm just so tired of having to hide my emotions and feelings because other people are so caught up in their own shit. And Sagittarius, I'm going to say this to you guys. You don't have to be caught up in everybody else's shit, you know? You don't have to be the glue or the backbone to everybody in your life. And if you're putting all that pressure on your shoulders right now, know that it's okay to take that pressure off your shoulders, all right? It's okay to say, hey, I need a day for me. I got stuff going on. I got things that I need to address. I got problems that need solutions. And it's okay to have other people figure out what they got to do on their own. So right now, if it feels like nobody else is showing up for you, Sagittarius, the message here says show up for yourself, all right? Forget other people. Show up for you. If you're hurting, show up to that pain and allow yourself to be there for you. If you're frustrated, show up to your frustrations. If you have things you need to focus on, show up and focus up on them. Because at the end of the day, everybody else right now seems to be focusing on themselves. You deserve to do that too. All right? So I hope you take that message if it resonates, and I really do hope you give yourself the time of day, okay? I love you, Saggy. Let's keep it popping, pushing, and moving forward. Do indeed have a great weekend nonetheless. Much love and appreciation to you. So we did start out here with Sagittarius. Pretty intense read for the first read here so far, but we started out with fire here today, guys. For today's daily lineup, we're going to do fire, water, air, and earth. So coming up next will be our water signs, and we'll be taking a look here into Cancer momentarily, okay? Real quick, what's up, Tex? How are you doing? Thank you for stopping by. Juliet, thank you too. Very Happy Monday said, thank you, Ant. Tonight's vibe is sweet. I hope your week's wrapping up well. Thank you for all the efforts for the collective. You're more than welcome, my love. I'm always going to show up and be here as much as possible. So thank you, Very Happy Mondays. It's much appreciated. And I hope that you're having a great week. And I hope your weekend's going to be super well also, okay? All right, guys. Up next is Cancer. Give me a second, guys, and we're going to roll on into it, okay? I do want to say, though, guys, considering that it is a little bit later and I got off work super late, with that being said, I'm not going to be on here probably too late tonight. I am pretty beat up from today. I had a super long day, but I'm going to do my best to give you guys some really quick and accurate messages for the weekend. So I'm not going to be on here super late tonight, but just letting you know, I'm going to do my best with the energy I have here to give you guys great readings tonight. So bear with me. I really appreciate it, okay? All right, though, let's hop on into Cancer and see what's going on with you. Hopefully, we are looking at something wonderful. So what insight and information is popping on through here for Cancer? Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus coming on in to the next 24 hours. What's going to be going on here, please? For our zodiac sign of Cancerian, moving on in to the next 72 hours. Cancer, you did have a Chariot card in reverse come out. Some of you this weekend might not be feeling like yourselves, or some of you this weekend may be feeling a little bit stuck in a situation. I feel like if you feel stuck, guys, remember to think outside the box. Remember that your current way of thinking is what's keeping you trapped. If you allow yourself to open up your beliefs, if you allow yourself to open up your mind and think differently, you can experience a different outcome. Don't restrict yourself or limit yourself based upon your beliefs or your thoughts. Recognize that you can choose to think differently. You can choose to believe different things, and that can create massive shifts and massive changes in your outcome, okay? Quick message there for Cancer, but definitely an impactful one. Anyhow, though, let's get on into it, Cancer. We're getting this last shuffle, and we're seeing what's up. Cancer, starting out here with the overall energy for your weekend, you do have here the Nine of Wands. Taking a look here at the current energy, you have here the Four of Cups. What you're dealing with this weekend, Cancer, we have here the Magician in reverse, and looking at the outcome for you is going to go ahead and be the Seven of Cups in the reverse position. So Cancerian, let's go ahead here and see what is up. Cancer, you start out here with the Nine of Wands, and then you pair that Nine of Wands here to the Four of Cups. So I do feel like you've definitely been avoiding some stuff emotionally here this week, and I feel like coming into the weekend you're realizing, okay, yeah, I have been kind of avoiding some of my feelings and emotions. You know, looking at what you're dealing with, Magician reverse, that card is pretty much saying, hey, I haven't really been showing up for myself. I've just been kind of tuning out the bullshit and trying to get through the day. I feel like that's been a bit of the vibe here for you, Cancer. Like right now, I just don't really want to deal with all the emotions I'm experiencing. I kind of just want to kick it to the curb and just get through the day. Seems to be your vibe. However, though, this weekend, Seven of Cups reverse showing up here for the outcome is saying to you, well, you had all week to kind of push your emotions to the side, but as we enter the weekend, it's going to be a lot harder to be able to do that. It's going to be difficult to push your emotions to the side this weekend, Cancer. I feel like we're entering a very big emotional wave this weekend, and it's going to be one of those things that you cannot escape from. It's going to have to be confrontation coming into play for you. So I just want to give Cancers a quick quick message. I feel like the message this weekend is, hey, try not to run away from what you're experiencing emotionally, but instead embrace it this weekend, because that's where the healing can begin. Remember, if we're running away from how we feel, we're delaying our healing. You got to feel in order to heal. And I think that if you've been pushing it off this week, paying attention to how you feel and what's going on, connect with your emotions this weekend. I feel a very good, natural, healthy release coming in here for Cancers if you choose to connect with your feelings. And I think that it's going to be a magnificent time to really let go of a lot that you've been carrying on your shoulders. So Cancers, this weekend, let's say, for example, maybe the entire week you've had a busy week, you've been distracting yourself, you've been avoiding your emotions, you got so much going on, you're busy. Coming into the weekend, give yourself the time to connect with how you feel. Check in with yourself. Do a mental health check-in. Do a check-in on a physical level. Do a check-in on a spiritual level. It definitely feels like, once again, this weekend's going to be a high tide emotional wave coming in. Embrace this emotional wave and emotional period rather than resist it, and it's going to work greatly in your favor. Okay? So let yourself feel this weekend, baby. That's all in all going to make you feel a heck of a lot better. All right, Cancer? I love you. Don't ignore your feelings. Tap on into them. Use them as a guide, and it will serve you well. All right, Cancer, let's keep it popping, pushing, and moving forward. Thank you, though, for tuning on in. So we have done our fire and our water. Let's get on into our air signs. Jumping on into the air, we're going to have a look here at Team Aquarius and see what's going on here for your weekend, okay? What insight and information is popping on through here for Aqua, baby? Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs coming on in to the next 24 hours. What's going to be going on here, please, for our zodiac signs of Aquarius? Moving on into the weekend. Let's go ahead and check it out here, Team Aqua. You had a pretty quick shuffle. Let's see what is going on. Team Aquarius, overall energy for you guys is going to be the Two of Cups. Taking a look here at the current energy for the weekend, we have here the King of Wands in reverse. What you're dealing with, Aqua, you got here the Three of Wands, and looking at the outcome for you is going to be the Page of Cups in the upright position. So, Aquarius, let's see what we got going on here for you. Now, you got here a Two of Cups in the upright, and you're pairing that here to the King of Wands in reverse as well. So it does feel to me like for your weekend, you are really setting aside everything else, and you are focusing on something very specific. For some Aquarians, you might be focusing on someone very specific this weekend. Maybe you have a special someone you're setting aside all your plans for, who knows? However, though, I feel like this weekend's good because this weekend is good because you're finally doing something you've wanted to do. Two of Cups represents connection. Maybe you're an Aquarius who's been finally waiting for the opportunity to, try out something new, or you've been waiting for the opportunity to try a new position at work, or you've been waiting for the opportunity to take somebody out on a date. It feels like this weekend you get something that you've wanted for a long time, and it's exciting because it's like, I'm not focusing on anything else. I'm going to focus on this opportunity right in front of me, and I'm going to connect with it and see how things go. So I feel like there's good news coming in for you. Like if you've been waiting for a job promotion, that job promotion could be coming through. If you've been waiting to take somebody out on a date, maybe you're finally getting a shot with this person. But I feel like you're connecting with something that you've been wanting for a while, which is overall a great vibe here with the Two of Cups. And looking at the outcome here for you being the Page of Cups, it's like you're going into this with tons of positive energy. You're excited. You're taking this opportunity up for a spin, and things seem pretty damn good. So yeah, whatever you've been waiting for, I feel like your ships are coming in here, Aquarius. You got something in front of you that you want to be doing, and you're going to set aside and focus all your energy on that, okay? So it looks relatively good. Once again, if you've been waiting for an opportunity in work, that could be coming through this weekend, and you're like, I'm dropping all my plans and going all in on this work situation. For some Aquarians, if this is about a person, hey, I'm going to go cancel the plans with my homies, and I'm going to go out with this person and have a great time and be present with them and really take the opportunity to get to know them. So if you've been waiting on something for a while, I certainly feel like it definitely can be coming in here for you this weekend. It's a super exciting time, and you're setting aside, once again, all the other things you got going on, and you're focusing up on what's right in front of you, and it seems like a very exciting time. So I like that, Aquarius. It looks like a very good news reading to me. Okay, take it if it resonates, leave it if it doesn't, but thank you for tuning in here anyhow. Much love and appreciation to you here, Team Aquarius. You've been wanting to connect with something. I mean, this can even go as far as saying too, Two of Cups can represent the connection you have to yourself. Maybe some of you are getting some much needed you time, some much much needed self-care. Maybe that's what you've been longing for. If you felt like you've been incredibly busy and haven't had enough time for yourself, this weekend could be about you catching up on having time with yourself. So there's so many ways this can resonate, but if you've been waiting for something, I think that opportunity is clearly coming through this weekend, and you're happy to be able to focus on what you actually want, okay? That's right in front of you. So Aquarius, wonderful. Let's keep it popping, pushing, and moving forward. Thank you for tuning on in. So we have done our air, we've done the water and the fire. Coming up next is going to be our earth signs, and we'll be taking a look here into Team Virgo shortly, okay? Bum, bum, bum. Hey, what's up, Valerie? How you doing? Thank you for stopping by here today. Fawn, also, hello, hello. How are you doing, Fawn? Hope you're doing great. Welcome in Eli, Jennifer, CG. Hopefully you guys are doing great here tonight. Happy Friday, everybody. Appreciate you taking the time here to stop by and watch this live stream, okay? All right, though, guys, getting back into it, Team Virgo, let's go ahead and see what's up. Hopefully we're looking at something wonderful. What insight and information do we got popping on through here for Virgo, baby? Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Coming into the next 72 hours, what's going to be going on here for Virgos this weekend? Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Coming on into the next 72 hours. Let's go ahead here and check it out. Hopefully, we're going to be looking at some pretty fantastic stuff. Team Virgo, having a look here at the overall energy for you. You have here the Hierophant. You might be connecting here with a Taurus for a few of you. Having a look here into the current energy, we do have here the Seven of Swords in reverse. What you're dealing with, everybody. We got here the Ace of Wands, and looking at the outcome for Virgo peeps is going to be the Knight of Cups in reverse as well. So Virgo, coming into your weekend, I do want to note you could be dealing with a Taurus, as we have here the Hierophant card showing up for you, but Hierophant's showing up here paired with the Seven of Swords in reverse as well. It kind of looks to me like for you, Virgo, you are staying on a straight and narrow path. You're avoiding some sort of negativity, and you're staying committed here to keeping a positive morale. Looking at what you're dealing with, Ace of Wands. I feel like Virgos this weekend are reinventing themselves. I think you're choosing to see yourself in a better light. You're choosing to paint a prettier picture, if you will. It kind of feels to me like there has been self-deception at play. And what I mean by this is, Virgo, not saying this is happening now, but maybe in the past, or maybe recently, if you have found yourself putting yourself down, making negative remarks about yourself, if you have found yourself not having great self-esteem, these are things you've been wanting to address. And I think you're addressing them quite well here this weekend. You're saying, if I look at myself in the mirror and don't like the reflection I see, I have to be willing to reinvent a reflection that I can love. And I feel like you guys are focusing on reinventing yourselves this weekend. If you're unhappy with you know where you're at in life, or your performance, or what's going on in general, remember there's always room for improvement. If you don't feel like you're your best self, then you have to start living your life as you are your best self. You have to start focusing on becoming the version of yourself that you genuinely want to be. And I feel like that's what you're doing here this weekend. It's like, I don't want to keep on being unhappy with who I am. I want to step into who I want to be. And that's a beautiful thing. And I tell people all the time, we have the choice to show up and be who we want to be each and every single day. You don't have to be the same person you were yesterday. You can show up and choose who you want to be today, because every day you got a choice on who the hell you want to be. Looking at the outcome here, Knight of Cups reversed. Knight of Cups reversed here is representative of just being in a space once again where you're trying to not feed your emotions into the negativity, but you're trying to feed your emotions towards words of encouragement and empowerment, and you're trying to re-envision yourself as this person you wish to become. So I think you're staying devoted here to having a more healthy morale, having a more positive morale, but you're staying devoted to the transformation of the Virgo you want to be. You know, if you haven't been happy with yourself, you can see the version and imagine the version of who you are that you'd be happy with. And I feel like you're finally ready to commit and make strides towards that. And it's an exciting time. I'm ready to finally be who I want to be, not who I was any longer. Okay. So I feel that kind of shift coming through here for you. And once again, I do want to remind you, you can be whoever the hell you want to be, but it's your choice to make those changes. And once again, I feel like you're finally ready to make those changes. So it looks quite wonderful here for you. Virgo, I know that maybe you haven't been happy with yourself previously, and I want you to know whether or not you're happy with yourself. I think you're still an amazing and beautiful person nonetheless, but we all can look at ourselves in the mirror sometimes and not like the reflection we see. That's why every day we have the opportunity to always better ourselves and be the best version we can be by striving to be better. And I feel like that's where you're at here this weekend, and it's going to be a super exciting journey nonetheless, okay? Virgos, I love that. Take it if it resonates, leave it if it doesn't, but thanks for tuning in, guys. Have a great weekend, of course, and thanks for stopping by. We're going to keep it popping, pushing, and moving forward. Shout out to my Virgo gang. So, everybody, we have finished up our first batch of zodiacs here for the weekend read. We're going to hop into batch number 2 here in a second, and we'll be kicking it off with Aries. So Aries, you guys will be up next, okay? Hey, what's going on, Noodlehead? How are you? What's up, MJ? What's popping with you? I hope you're doing great here tonight. Thank you guys for stopping by. Appreciate y'all. Kevin, welcome in. Tammy, welcome in. What's going on, Jennifer, as well? How are you guys, man? I hope you're doing great. Valerie said, thank you for the Aquarius reading. You're very welcome, my love. Very, very welcome. All right, guys, let's hop on into our Ram fam, okay? We're going to see what's going on here for Aries moving on into the weekend. So, what insight and information is popping on through here for Aries, baby? Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus zodiacs coming on in to the next 72 hours. What's going to be going on here for our Ram fam, please? Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus moving on in to this weekend. Team Aries. Interesting energy coming into play for you. I feel like I got hit with like this wave of like draining energy. I definitely feel like you guys could use some rejuvenation. You could use a spa day. So don't hesitate to take a spa day this weekend or to get some extra sleep this weekend if you can. I definitely feel like some of you need more sleep, Aries. If that's the case, definitely make sure you're getting more rest. But I also feel like you guys need like alone time. Okay? Intuitively, Aries, it feels like you need alone time. You kind of need to get away from people. It feels like other people's energies have been super draining for you. So if you need more time to kind of just sit in your own energy this weekend, find comfort in solitude, because I think that that's going to benefit you best, okay? Let's get one more shuffle, though. What's going on here for Aries? Moving on into the next 72 hours. Team Ram Fam, overall energy for you is going to be the Chariot card. You could be connecting here with a Cancer, possibly. Having a look at the current energy, we got here the 10 of Pentacles. What you're dealing with, Aries, we have here the 5 of Wands. And looking at the outcome for you is going to be the King of Wands in the reverse position, coming into play here for you as well. All right, Ram Fam members, let's go ahead here and talk about it. You got here a Chariot card paired to the 10 of Pentacles in the upright position. Aries, I kind of feel like moving into your weekend here, you're saying right now, I'm in a good space, but I am definitely focusing on being in a better space than where I am. So improvement seems to be on your mind. I feel like there's something in particular frustrating you with the 5 of Wands. 5 of Wands here could be conflict. I think right now it's like everything in my life seems great, but there is one thing in particular bothering me. And with that being said, I've been doing my best to take my attention off of it. However, though, it feels like I keep on getting triggered. Here would be my best advice. You need to ask yourself in life, why do certain things bother me? Why do certain people bother me? Why do certain situations bother me? And what's the triggering factor? Because 9 times out of 10, there's a reason why it triggers you. And also, when you're in triggering situations, it's there to show you not only why it triggers you, but what you can do about it to heal moving forward. Have you ever met a person who constantly triggers the hell out of you? And when you really think about it, aren't they pretty similar to the parts of yourself that you can't stand? Have you ever had what I call a mirror person enter your life where they reflect to you the parts of yourself that maybe you're not happy with? And I tend to see those connections manifest in my life and in the lives of others. And when those types of people come into play, they often act as a mirror. They show you the parts of yourself that you need to heal that you haven't particularly addressed. I feel like some of you are dealing with that right now. You know, it could be like a karmic relationship, a karmic friendship, whatever label you want to put on it. I think sometimes people enter our lives to show us what parts of ourselves we need to heal. And there's a reason why we're triggered. So, you know, you're at a point here this weekend where you're saying, like, I got a lot of good things going for me, but this one particular situation is super bothersome. Figure it out. Ask yourself why. Why is this so bothersome to me? And you're going to find the answer there. The proof is going to be in the pudding, you know? Maybe somebody is constantly lying to you, and when you think about how that bothers you, does it reflect anything you've ever done or anything you've ever been through or anything you need to heal within yourself, you know? So I would pay attention to why you're being triggered, because there might be a part of yourself that is bothered by that because maybe it's something you've done before or something you do, or it's a toxic trait of yours, whatever the case may be. And I feel like if you can pay attention to what triggers you, you can find a way to not only get it to no longer affect you, but you can find some healing in that as well. So I hope I'm making sense with the way that I'm explaining this. Maybe I'm explaining it shittily, who knows? But I feel like this weekend, if you're bothered by something, ask yourself why. There's answers there, dude, that are going to help you better yourself going forward. But it's also going to help you maybe see some things within yourself that you can work on too. Okay? Interesting ass reading. If that resonates, cool, Ram fam. If not, no worries. But we're going to keep it popping, pushing, and moving forward. Have a great weekend here, everybody. So we have done our lovely and amazing Ram fam. Coming up next is going to be here, Team Pisces. So let's see what we got going on here for the fish. Okay? What insight and information is popping on through here for Team Pisces, baby? Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Coming on into the next 72 hours. Hey, what's going on, Amy? How are you? You said hello, Aunt, and all the soul peeps. Happy new moon too. Happy new moon right back at ya. And welcome in. What's going to be going on here, please, though, for our zodiac sign of Pisces? Moving on into the next 72. Let's see how your weekend is looking. Pisces, overall energy for you guys is a death card in reverse. Taking a look into the current energy, you got here the Knight of Wands in reverse. What you're dealing with, Piscean, we got here an Ace of Swords. And looking at the outcome for you this weekend is going to be the Wheel of Fortune in the reverse position. Right off the bat for you, you are dealing with a situation where you don't know how to feel. Okay? I feel like some truth is being revealed or something is coming out. This could be about somebody telling you something they've kept from you. It could be a secret being revealed, but I feel like something's coming to your attention, something's coming to light this weekend, and you're like, I don't know how to feel about this, you know? Maybe a friend reveals information to you that's bothersome, or maybe a partner tells you something that they've hid from you, or maybe something happens within the workplace, who knows? But I feel like there's information arising, Pisces, and you're like, I just don't know how to feel about this. I'm gonna need some time to process this situation, right? Looking at the Death reverse, looking at the Wheel of Fortune reverse, both of these cards are pretty much saying, I don't know what to do going forward, so I'm not going to do anything at all. I kind of just need to process what's being presented to me. So before I make any sort of decisions, before I make any sort of guarantees, I need to figure out how to process what I just learned and then come up with an answer later. So I feel like information's coming through here for you this weekend. It could be a secret being revealed. It could be withheld information. It could be a conversation that was unexpected. Who knows? And it doesn't have to be inherently negative, by the way. So I want you to remember that too. Some of you this weekend may actually expect good news that comes through, or can expect good news that comes through that was super unexpected. So that could even be the case here for some Pisces as well. But yeah, I think you're not really going to know how to react to something this weekend that's presented to you. So what I would say is don't react, respond, right? Reacting would be basing your decisioning off emotions. Responding would be gathering yourself together and making the right call that feels right for you after you take the time to process things. So I would recommend heavily this weekend, Pisces, take your time to process something, especially if a shocking message comes through, if a shocking communication or a truth comes into play. Give yourself some time to process what's being presented to you, and then allow yourself to come up with a good response moving forward on what you want to do to better this situation overall. Okay? All right, my beautiful fish, I love you. If that resonates, fantastic. If not, no worries, but we're going to keep it popping, pushing, and moving forward. Thank you for stopping on in here tonight, okay? All right, guys, water signs are done. We did our fire. Coming up next is going to be Team Air. By the way, Amy, I want to say a special thank you. I appreciate the 222 donation. Much love and appreciation to you, and thank you for your kindness, okay? All right, guys, air signs are up next. We touched base here with Aquarius already, so next is going to be Team Gemini, and we're going to take a look here into our birthday peeps, okay, guys? So do stay tuned. Also, for the 94 peeps in the chat, if you're enjoying today's daily reading, please do hit that like button. It helps out so much more than you know on the channel. And if you're new here, consider subscribing. I'd be happy to have you, and I'd be super happy to welcome you here into the Soul family as well, okay? All right, though, guys. Geminis, let's see what's up. Happy birthday to my Gemini peeps. I hope you guys are having a fantastic one, and let's get on into it, okay? Hey, Danielle, appreciate you too. Thank you for stopping on by. But let's see what's going on. What insight and information is popping on through here, please, for our zodiac signs of Gemini, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Moving on into this weekend. What do we got going on here for Team Gemini? Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus zodiac. Coming on into the next 72 hours. Let's go ahead and have ourselves a look. Overall energy for you, Gemini, this weekend is going to be the Nine of Swords in reverse. Having a look here at the current energy for the weekend, we have here the Queen of Wands in reverse. What you're dealing with, Geminis, you do have here a Four of Cups in the upright. And having a look here at the outcome for you is going to be the Knight of Swords in reverse as well. All right, Team Gemini, let's take a look at you and see what's going on. You start out here with a Nine of Swords in reverse, and then you pair that Nine of Swords reversed here to the Queen of Wands in reverse as well. I feel like this weekend you're letting go of something that's been bothering you, and I feel like you weren't confident in your ability to do it at first, but you're going to shock yourself at how quickly you move on from something and how quickly you move away from a negative mindset or outlook. You know, looking at what you're dealing with being the Four of Cups is representative of, I'm going to focus on something better rather than focusing on this. And looking at the outcome for you, Knight of Swords reversed, I'm not going to talk about this, I'm not going to go forward with this, I'm just plain simply moving on. So Geminis, I want to say for your weekend, I feel like you're moving on from a situation. It's happening fast and quick. It's a little surprising to you too. It's like, damn, I can't believe, you know, how quickly I moved on from something. But ultimately, I'm at a point where I just don't want to keep on giving my energy and investing my energy in a situation that makes me unhappy. You know, maybe you're dealing with a romantic partner and they've been disappointing or they've been upsetting you constantly. I think you might get to the point this weekend where it's like, you know what, dude, F this. I'm just going to move on instead because I deserve better. Maybe you've been dealing with a job that you've been super loyal and devoted to that's been treating you like crap, and this weekend you're like, you know what, peace sign, I'm out, motherfucker, I can't do this anymore. I feel like Geminis, this weekend you're standing up for yourself and you're standing up for what's right and for what you deserve, and due to the nature of you seeing that you're being treated less than, you're not taking crap from anybody anymore. And the reason why I feel like it could be a bit of a shocking factor for you is because maybe you've been used to taking crap in this particular situation for a while. You know, if your relationship's been unhealthy, maybe you've been taking crap from your partner for a while. If you've been dealing with an unhealthy work environment, maybe you've been putting up with that for a while. And it's like, shit, I've been so used to putting up with bullshit, but here I am snapping back saying I deserve better and I'm not going to deal with the bullshit anymore. And I love that for you. You are speaking up for yourself this weekend, and that's a lovely and amazing thing for you to do. So I feel like Geminis, you're getting to the point this weekend where it's like, dude, I've reached my limit. I just don't care anymore. I'm not going to stay invested in something that isn't the right thing for me. I'm not going to stay invested in a situation that's a bad vibration for me. I'm going to do what's best for me. I'm going to do right by me. I'm going to get what I deserve, and nobody's going to stand in the way of that. If you don't want to treat me like you care, watch how quickly I switch up and show you that I don't give a fuck, baby. Okay, seems to be the vibe. So Geminis, I like that. You're matching people's energy. If you're gonna show up and show me you don't care, you're gonna get that same thing right back in return. Damn straight, Gemini. We're gonna keep it popping, pushing, and moving forward. Thank you for tuning in. Happy birthday to you, and do enjoy your weekend, everybody. Okay? All right, Team Gemini. We have done our water, our fire, our air. Coming up next, guys, is gonna be the earth signs, and we're gonna be taking a look here at Team Capricorn. So let's see what we got going on here for our cappuccinos. What insight and information is popping on through here for Cappy, baby? Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Rolling into the next 72 hours. What do we got going on here for our zodiac signs of Capricorn in the next 72 hours? What do we got going on for you, babe? Hopefully, we're looking at some pretty fantastic stuff. Capricorn, overall energy for you is the Fool card. You might be dealing with an Aries for some of you this weekend. Showing up in the current energy, Nine of Swords in reverse. What you're dealing with, guys, Queen of Cups in reverse. Looking at the outcome for you, Ten of Cups in reverse as well. Surprisingly, Capricorn, you have a pretty similar message here that I just said to Team Gemini right before you, and that message is if you're going to show me you don't care, I'm going to show you I don't care as well. I feel like this weekend you're getting to a point where you're noticing that somebody is just not showing up for you in the ways they used to. They're not treating you with kindness like they used to. They're not very loving. Someone I feel in your life has become pretty bitter, and it could be anybody. It could be your best friend. It could be a regular friend, a family member, a romantic partner, but I feel like you're noticing that somebody has switched up and has become rather cold towards you, and you're not going to stand for that, Capricorn. You're saying this weekend right now, now, if anybody wants to be a cold motherfucker towards me, I'm not going to sit there and be warm, loving, and inviting, because I'm out here matching people's energies. Looking at the outcome here, 10 of Cups reversed, you know, misery loves company, but Capricorn, you're saying this weekend, I'm not going to be the company here to somebody else's misery. Why do I want to be the company to somebody else's misery? That's not benefiting me, and that's also no fun. So I feel like your weekend here is saying right now, if I need to take breaks from people, I'm going to do that. If I need to take time away from a friend who's just been constantly blah and meh, I'm going to feel free to do that. If I need to take time away from people who have been short and cold with me, I'm going to feel free to do that too. I feel like you're just tired of dealing with people being in a very cold and standoffish energy, and you're done being the person to try to be super warm, inviting, and loving. If someone is like basically giving you vibes that they don't want to be around you, you're not going out of your way, okay? And Capricorn, I don't blame you. I know a lot of Capricorns in my life who go the extra mile for the people they love, and at the end of the day, sometimes it's not worth it, because if they're going to be cold with you, there's no point trying to, you know, warm up somebody who's got frostbite, all right? Period, you know? So if somebody's in a cold ass energy, let them figure it out. Remember, your absence will either speak volumes for them, or it will be like nothing ever happened. So take a look at your absence from this person's life. Either their heart grows fonder and they realize they don't want to lose you, or they let go and you realize, you know what? Guess they didn't care at all. That's okay. I dodged a bullet. All right. Either way though, gems, or not gems. Either way though, Capricorns, thank you for watching. Take it if it resonates, leave it if it doesn't. But yeah, you're giving somebody here a taste of their own medicine. If they're being cold to you, you're going to hit them right back with it. Let's keep it popping, pushing, and moving forward, Cappy. Thank you for stopping by. So we have done our second batch of zodiacs, everybody, for the daily or for the weekend read. We're going to get on into our last batch here shortly. What's up, Danielle? You said totally resonates. Taking some time by the water on Sunday just to think better. Nice. I love that for you. Enjoy yourself. It's a very peaceful time being by the water. Infinite Fantastic said, I got to love this Gemini season mirror. That energy is getting back. Yeah, Gemini season is like the energy of a return to sender, you know? It's like a mirror. It's like a reflection. And I notice that a lot every year with Gemini energy. Gemini is like very reflective. So it's super interesting to see that showing up in the collective in a lot of these readings here today, by the way, too. All right. Also, Kim, you were asking for some birthday shout out earlier. Let me go ahead and say a special shout out to somebody real quick. Let me see your message. Kim, you said, can you please do a Gemini birthday shout out to my brother Justin? Please and thank you. Of course. Happy birthday, Justin. I hope you have a great one, man. Thank you so much for watching, and thank you, Kim, as well. Much love and appreciation here to you both, okay? All right, though, guys. We're going to get into our final batch here in a second. I'm just going to take a quick little break, and then we'll get on into our final 4 zodiacs for the rest of the weekend. All right, everybody? We'll be getting on into this soon, okay? Very Happy Money said, let it go. Frozen. I haven't watched Frozen in a long time. I liked the movie when it first came out, but then I heard Let It Go like 5 million times from my little cousins, and I was like, okay, this is gonna drive me nuts. 110%. Yes, also happy birthday to you as well, Alicia. Thank you for watching. Much love and appreciation to you. Hope you have a great and fantastic day. All right, though, guys, let's get back into it. We're going to jump back on into our lovely and amazing fire signs, and we're going to check out here Team Leo for the weekend. Let's see what's going on here for our Lions, okay? What insight and information is popping on through here for Team Leo, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus? Moving on into the next 72 hours. What's going to be going on here for our zodiac sign of Leo? Moving on into tomorrow. Hopefully we're looking at something wonderful. Let's have a look here, our Leo gang. Overall energy for you is going to be the Hermit. Okay, Leo. You seem to be wanting to keep to yourself this weekend. Understandable. Everybody needs time to recharge. Everybody needs time to kind of do their own thing overall. Having a look at the current energy, Devil in reverse, absolutely. Looking at what you're dealing with, 9 of Cups. Looking at the outcome for you, 10 of Swords in reverse. Leo, automatically for you. I heard this weekend is all about decompressing, okay? It's been a long week. I want to wipe away the stresses of the week, devil in reverse. I want to wipe away the negativity I've encountered. Maybe you've dealt with a couple Karens at work this week. Who knows? However, though, I feel like this week's been a pretty intense one, to say the least, you know? You might have encountered a lot of frustration or a lot of anger. It definitely feels like it's been a week where you just seem irritated. And if you felt pretty irritated all week, I'm here to tell you the good news that this weekend is definitely a very peaceful time for you. You are isolating, and isolation can be good, okay? Everybody deserves to get in their own energy and hang out with themselves and find peace and just being in their solitude. And I feel like that's exactly what your weekend's gonna be. I'm finding my peace in my solitude. Don't text me, don't call me, everybody. My phone is on do not disturb. I'm gonna enjoy myself to the fullest, right? Looking at what you're dealing with here, 9 of Cups, being in your own energy this weekend seems to be incredibly rejuvenating. You seem to be enjoying yourself and having a grand old time. Looking at the outcome here, 10 of Swords reversed. I think what you're saying here this weekend, Leo, is like, granted, I went through a stressful week, and granted, I'm sure there's going to be more stress ahead. I'm going to take, though, the opportunity this weekend to be present and to once again enjoy time being in my solitude. Everybody needs to have alone time and you time. Everybody deserves that kind of rejuvenation, and I feel like it's going to be a massive help for you. You know, right now, Leo, maybe some of you have been really stressed out with work, or you've been really stressed out with, you know, family matters or problems and issues going on in your lives. But remember that you always deserve a break from that. You know, I don't think you should run away from life's problems, but sometimes it's okay to take a break and say, I need some time for me, and I want to enjoy myself, be in a state of peace, and not worry so much about surrounding myself with other people or problems and issues. I just want to be in a nice, quiet, peaceful place. And that's the type of opportunity you are seizing this weekend, you know? So I wouldn't be surprised if you make plans with yourself or choose to stay in bed for the day and enjoy some Netflix and pizza or something, you know? It's a time where you just want to make sure that you are just escaping from the world a little bit, and that's okay, you know? I think everybody deserves an escape from every now and then. It's a problem when that escape becomes a permanent cycle, but everybody deserves a little bit of an escape from life from time to time, so let yourself have that escape this weekend and do enjoy yourselves, okay? The stress has been high, so decompress, Team Leo. Let's keep it popping, pushing though, and moving forward. Thank you guys for tuning in here anyhow. So we have done our lovely fire signs. Every fire sign has been read here for the daily. We're going to jump on in to our water signs next, which will be Team Scorpio in a moment, okay? So do stay tuned, guys. Give me 1 second, everybody, and then we'll get on into it, okay? By the way, for everybody in here, drop a like if you're enjoying the video. Really appreciate each and every single one of you. Jen said, I worked in Magic Kingdom, and I heard Let It Go every single night for the fireworks. Oh boy. Yeah, I remember going to Disney, and I forget what ride we were on, but it was a ride where it just kept repeating the same song. I think it was like It's a Small World or something like that, and I was like, dude, I cannot hear this at all. If I hear this one more time, I'm going to lose my mind. So I can't even imagine listening to Let It Go every night. Working in Magic Kingdom, that must be like, oh, really, this again? So I get what you're saying for sure. Anyhow, though, Scorpios, you guys are up. Let's see what's going on for you beautiful peeps. What insight and information is popping on through here for Team Scorpio? Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus zodiac signs moving on in to the next 72 hours. Scorpio, how's your weekend going to go here, baby? Messages here for Scorpio, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus in the next 72 hours. Let's go ahead and have ourselves a look. Hopefully, all is well. Scorpio, overall energy is going to be the 5 of Swords. Taking a look here at the current energy, we do have here the 9 of Pentacles. What you're dealing with, guys, you got here the 2 of Wands, and looking at the outcome, Scorpio, is going to be the Judgment in the reverse position showing up here for you as well. All right, Scorpios, let's go ahead and have a look here at your weekend. You know, you start out here with the 5 of Swords, and then you pair that 5 of Swords here with the 9 of Pentacles as well. I feel like you're having a hard time being able to enjoy yourself, because it just feels like people aren't leaving you alone this weekend, Scorpio. Maybe your kids are like, mommy, daddy, we got 10 million things to do, and you're like, I just want 15-minute nap. Some of you might be in that energy this weekend. Maybe you got friends calling you saying, let's go do this, let's go do that, and you're like, no, I just want to enjoy my time. So I feel like it's been hard to catch yourself alone, or to give yourself a moment to yourself, guys. And this weekend you're saying, damn, it just feels so hard to get a moment with myself. And, you know, looking at what you're dealing with here being the Two of Wands, it's like when I finally feel like I have time for me, poof, here comes someone or something else that needs my attention for this time being. So having a look here at the outcome, Judgment reverse, I think the way you're judging your weekend is as much as I want time for myself, it seems like I'm just going to be a busy bee, and god dang it, I wish I could have a moment of peace. So Scorpios, I feel like you're wanting a moment of peace here for sure. Word to the wise, guys, don't be afraid to set boundaries this weekend. Like, listen, if a friend's like, Scorpio, come out, let's go do this, let's go that, let's go do that, and you want to stay home, don't be afraid to tell them no, okay? Don't be afraid to tell your friends, hey, sorry, I'm canceling these plans. You know, don't be afraid to you know, tell your partner, hey, listen, I know we were going to do this tonight, but I'd rather stay in. You know, don't be afraid to say no to things, and give yourself that moment of peace if you so need it, right? I think you've been super busy lately, and you've been running, you know, up and down and all around town, Scorpios. You definitely seem to be super active this week, and if you need your time, man, don't sit there and give in to everything that everybody else has got going on. You know, make the time for yourself if that's what you need. I've definitely noticed that, like, a lot of people this weekend want to be in solitude. I think this week has been a hell of a week for a lot of people. It's been a very stressful week for a lot of people. So, you know, if you're finding yourself having a difficulty finding time for you and for genuine alone time, remember that it's okay to say no to people and no to things to fit in that designated alone time if need be, okay? So, Scorpio, don't say yes to everybody. It's okay if other people get upset. It is what it is. Don't be afraid to say no. Empower the power of no. It's super powerful. Say no more often to things you don't want to do, and give yourself the time you need to do whatever you want to do this weekend, okay? It's okay if other people get upset. If you need time to do you, boo. Period. Let's keep it popping, pushing, and moving forward. Thank you, Scorpio, for stopping on by. So we have done all of our lovely water signs and fire signs. Coming up next is going to be our air signs, and we're going to have a look here at Libra, everybody, in just a second or so, okay? So give me a sec, guys, and we'll get into it. Lila, hello, how are you? Appreciate you stopping by. Valerie said, hey, how's your cat doing, Aunt? He's doing absolutely fantastic. You know, we've had him for a couple months now. He's super settled into his home. You know, he looks at me and my girl. He knows that we're his parents 100%. Right now, he's in the bedroom over here in front of me with my girlfriend, just assed out, knocked out, and sleeping. So he's been doing good. I got no complaints. You know, he's literally my son. I birthed him at this point. You know, I had him. He's my baby. So yeah, the cat's doing great. He's settled in quite well, and couldn't be more happy with him. And I feel like he feels the same in his environment. He's super happy to be here too, which makes me really glad. You know, it took a little bit of time for him to get settled, but yeah, he's totally settled here now, which is great. And thank you for asking. Sebastian's doing good. Noodlehead said you nailed it, Aunt. Thanks, you're welcome. Happy to resonate with you for sure. Thank you. Kaput said, well, my questions are answered. Moving on. Enjoy, y'all. Enjoy yourself as well. Glad that your questions are answered for sure. All right, though, guys, let's get back to it. Libra, you guys are up. We're going to see what's going on here for your weekend. Hopefully, we're looking at something wonderful, okay? Let's have ourselves a look, man. What insight and information is coming on through here for Team Libra, baby? Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus Zodiac coming on in to the next 72 hours. What's going to be going on here, please, for our Zodiac signs of Libra? Moving on into this weekend. Hopefully, we're looking at something wonderful, Team Libra. We're going to gather ourselves here, this last and final shuffle, and we'll see what we got going on. Libra, overall energy for you is going to be a 7 of Wands in reverse. Having a look here at the current energy, everybody. We do have here the Ace of Pentacles in reverse. What you're dealing with, Libra, we got here a 3 of Wands. And having a look here at the outcome for you is going to be the 9 of Swords in the upright position. So let's have a look here at you and see what's going on. Libras, you start out here with a 7 of Wands in reverse for the weekend, and then you pair that here to the Ace of Pentacles in reverse as well. I kind of feel like for your weekend here, this is about saying, you know what, when an opportunity happens, it happens. When things happen, it happens. I feel like you're letting go and going with the flow. I think right now you're at a point where you're tired of stressing about what comes next in your life, and instead you're trying to just stay along and enjoy the ride. You know, I tell people a lot, man, when you stress out about what happens next in life, it can be a really intense feeling. You know, life is going to be a bottle of uncertainty. It's going to be a lot of twists and turns of uncertain events about our future. And we may not always have all the answers, but life is most certainly a journey that's worth enjoying the ride for. I think this weekend, you're tired of being anxious and stressing yourself out about what's coming next. And I think you're finally letting go, saying, you know what, whatever happens, happens. Wherever I end up is where I end up. You know, I believe God has good plans for me. I believe the universe has good plans for me. I'm done stressing myself out about what comes next. Let me just live my life and see where I end up, because inevitably you're gonna end up somewhere. You know, the way that I explain going with the flow is like, imagine yourself being in a little tube floating down a river. Instead of worrying when that river ends and when you no longer are enjoying your tube ride, let yourself just float there and be guided to wherever the river and the stream takes you, because inevitably the river and the stream will take you to a destination. And when you get to that destination, 9 times out of 10, it's exactly where you need to be. So Libras, let yourself go with the flow for a little bit, especially if you've been feeling really uncertain about your future. Listen, sometimes you don't always have the answers. Even if you're a reader like me, okay? Even if you're a reader who reads tarot all the time, you may not always have the answers to your future. So with that being said, give yourself time to go with the flow, not worry too much about what comes next, but instead just get to that destination when you get to it, okay? I know that the lack of knowledge of the future can be scary, but it doesn't mean that that future is going to be anything inherently bad. It might just be something exciting you don't just see yet. So enjoy yourselves, go with the flow, and when you end up somewhere, you'll end up somewhere, you know? Try not to worry too much is what I would say here for Libra, okay? Love you, Team Libra. Take that if it resonates, of course. Leave it if it doesn't, but we're going to keep it popping, pushing, and moving forward. Shout out to you, Team Libra. Much love and appreciation to you. So we have done, everybody, our air signs, we've done our fire signs and our water signs. Coming up next, guys, is going to be our earth, and we'll be taking a look here into Taurus momentarily, okay? Give me 1 sec, guys, to pick up something real quick. 1 second, y'all. Sorry about that, guys. I don't know if you heard me drop my selenite wand. Thankfully, it's in good condition still. This is one of my favorite crystal pointers, so I don't want that to be broke or anything like that. All right, though, everybody, we have done all of our signs except for Team Taurus. So let's get on into our bull gang. Hey, Yola, how are you? You said, hey, Ant, and hey, Ant Soul Fam. It's good to see you guys. Happy Friday. Great reading to all. Thank you. Appreciate you. Happy Friday right back at you. Hey, Kennedy June, how are you? You said, woohoo, I caught you live and I love your face. Well, thank you. I appreciate that so much. Thank you kindly. It means a lot, okay? May, hello, hello. You said I resonate to the Sagittarian reading. Thanks, Ant. You're welcome, my love. Thank you for watching, May. Appreciate you. Thank you, Kennedy, for the 99-cent donation. I appreciate that, my love. Thank you so much for your generosity. It means a lot. Thank you so much, okay? All right, guys. Team Taurus, you're up. Let's see what's popping on in here for our bull gang. Hopefully, we are looking at some pretty fantastic stuff. Let's have a look, okay? What insight and information is popping on through here for Taurus? Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus coming on in to the next 72 hours. What's going to be going on here, please, for our zodiac signs of Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus in the next 72 hours. We're going to go ahead here, Taurus, and get our last and final shuffle, and we'll see what's going on here, man. Hopefully, we are looking at some pretty fantastic stuff. Team Taurus, overall energy for you this weekend is going to be the Six of Pentacles. Taking a look here at the current energy, we have here the Knight of Cups in reverse. What you're dealing with, Taurus, we got here the King of Cups in reverse, and looking at the outcome for you is going to go ahead and be the Death card in the upright position. So Taurus, let's have a look at you and see what we got going on, okay? Six of Pentacles showing up here, King of Cups, or sorry, Knight of Cups in reverse showing up here. it definitely feels like this weekend you are giving back somebody the same energy they're giving you. I do feel like somebody here has not been reaching out to you, and you're saying here, two can play that game. If you don't want to reach out to me, if you don't want to put in effort, I can do the same, you know? Maybe you're dealing with a business partner who really wants you to do all the work. Well, with that being said, if they're going to do nothing, you're going to do nothing. Maybe you're dealing with a friend who never hits you up. You got to be the first person to hit them up. Well, at the end of the day, if you're not going to reach out to me, I'm not going to reach out to you. I feel like Taurians this weekend are matching somebody's energy or matching the energy of a situation, saying, look, until somebody recognizes I can't be the only one making efforts, nothing's ever going to change. So how do I make somebody realize that they need to make effort too? By not always being the person to make that first move. And this is incredibly potent and powerful to do. You know, when I have people in my life who I feel don't make an effort, I tend to back off sometimes. I see if they are going to step up to the plate. You know, if a friend of mine isn't going to take the time to reach out to me, but I always reach out to them, I'm going to back off for a little bit. Let's see what happens. Let's see if they reach out to me, you know? Let's see if they notice a difference, right? And it's a good way sometimes to get engaged on how somebody feels about you, and also on whether or not if somebody wants to continue whatever kind of relationship with you they have. So, you know, looking at the outcome here, Taurus, once again, Death card is representative here of change. I feel like you're saying to yourself here this weekend, nothing is going to change unless I start to create that change. So if somebody is always used to me being the first person to make plans, being the first person to, you know, get in a certain direction, right? If somebody's always looking at me to be the person to do everything, I'm always going to be that person who does everything, you know? However, if I take a step back and wait for this person to step up, then maybe we can create room for change by this individual recognizing they need to step up as well, you know? So yeah, I get that a lot, you know? Maybe you're a Taurus who is in a situation right now where you feel like you're doing all the work in the workplace and other people are constantly, you know, relying on you, pulling your own weight when they don't do much. Maybe this week you're saying, hey, maybe I'll be like you. You know, you don't want to do a lot of work. I won't do a lot of work. Let's see if they pick up their slack and if they start taking care of the work they need to do, right? So yeah, it's a weekend where you're matching somebody's energy. But remember, you're doing this for them in hopes for them to change and for them to recognize, hey, they got to step up too. And it can be incredibly effective. So see what happens, you know? If the person you're dealing with doesn't step up, I think you have your answer. Silence speaks volumes. You know, if you're the person to always reach out and the person you're dealing with could care less about reaching out to you, their silence speaks volumes about what they think about you. However, though, if they realize, oh, wow, I haven't heard from Taurus in a while, and they make the first move, then it's finally a step in the right direction where they're officially stepping up, okay? So Taurus, of course, take that if it resonates, leave it if it doesn't, but I definitely feel like this weekend you will be giving somebody a bit of a taste of their own medicine, okay? All right, my beautiful bull gang, take it if it resonates, leave it if it doesn't, but we're going to keep it popping, pushing, and moving forward. Thank you for tuning in here to your weekend reading nonetheless, okay? All right, everybody. Real quick, very happy Monday, said respectfully. It sometimes feels like your reads are really spot on when you're kind of sleepy, Ant. I hope you get plenty of rest this weekend. Well, thank you. I feel like when I'm sleepy, though, I feel like I bore you guys sometimes. You know, maybe I don't, and that's just me being inside my head. It could totally be me just being in my head. But I feel like when I'm super tired, I'm like, man, I hope you guys aren't bored with these daily readings and stuff, you know? I hope you're still enjoying and having a good time nonetheless. But I'm happy to know that sleepy version of me can still bang out some spot-on readings. I'm definitely happy to hear that nonetheless. But with that all being said, everybody, I want to say happy Friday to you guys. Thank you for coming out here to today's weekend reading. It means a lot. Much love and appreciation to all of you. If you enjoyed today's reading, hit the like button, guys. And if you're new, consider subscribing. I'd be happy to have you, and I would love to welcome you here into the Soul family. Leave a comment down below, guys. Let me know how your reading was, if it resonated. Let me know what your weekend plans are, what you plan on doing. If you're doing something cool, share it down below. I'd be happy to have you and happy to hear your responses. Of course, guys, I do want to say, as always, if you'd like personal readings, you can visit my website, CancerMoonsTarot.com, if you want to book a reading with me. I do want to say thank you, guys, for those of you that sent in donations today here as well. Those help out more than you know, so I appreciate your generosity too. All right, though, guys, have a great weekend, everybody. I love and appreciate you so much, and I'm gonna go get myself some rest and enjoy my weekend personally, and I wish you guys the same. Guys, take care and have yourselves a good one, everybody. Much love and peace.